Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 3, Episode 4 of Trollhunters Tales of Arcadia, titled, So I'm Dating a Sorceress. We start off with Claire waking up and getting ready for her day. She's feeling a lot better about herself. And then Enrique comes in and says, hey, have a nice night out on the town, and proceeds to, reveal that a stuffed teddy bear is a nanny cam and that she was doing her press, haunted house ghost impression. Doing her best Paranormal Activity impression audition. Not to mention the fact that she still knows about that she took the, signs which led to the Gunmar attack. So they get to school, and Toby and Darcy invite Jim and Claire for a double date. And I just love how Toby's, trying to give advice, but, I don't think Jim needs the advice. Yes, he's kind of awkward, but, I feel like that's what Claire sees in him. Him trying to, Also, Toby's advice is definitely only going to work for Toby. And even then, it still might not work. I do love that for some reason, whenever Jim's with Claire, he nervously starts going into Spanish. So they also, Strickler shows up to Barbara's house and gets the door slammed on his ass. And one of the funniest things where it just smushes his nose to his face. I do love that they're not forgetting about the relationship between Barbara and Strickler. It's not the forefront like Claire and Jim are, but, they're still there. And so they're still showing them, even if it's just, one scene. We have Gunmar, calling Dictatious out on his bullshit and trying to kill him, only for Arg to reveal himself and save him. For some reason. I'm gonna be honest, I'd let Dictatious die, but, whatever. I'm not a good guy. Apparently. So, Arg helps Dictatious escape, but he's caught by the tag team of, the Gum-Gums, Drawl, and Gunmar. And he's kept alive, which I can only assume was, for a trap for Jim. Usurna also lies about, trying to help, Dictatious. While Gunmar starts the process to resurrect, Angorot. Meanwhile, at the date, Claire gets possessed by Morgana fully. Also, Duxie, whatever his name is the waiter. And again, Jealous Jim is an unattractive Jim. I swear, it's a funny Jim, but it's an unattractive Jim. Damn. Insecure. Also, we need to talk about their steak orders, because both Toby, and Darcy get well done steaks. I'm sorry, what? Meanwhile, Morgana, Claire, orders a raw steak dripping with blood. She also, does incapacitate and not Enrique for a while, and I just love that not Enrique followed Claire to the school and then to the date because he's worried about his sister. You gotta love that character development. Also, the character development that Arg went from previously a Gum-Gum, we learn, to a pacifist, now to ready to pacifist. Pacifist, in the name of protecting his friends. So, Morgana is really trying to kill Jem, and it's funny as hell, because she's so damn creepy about it. If they would have given this episode, a rated R, this would have been a whole ass different episode. If this wasn't a kid's show, this would have been a whole ass different episode, because Morgana as Claire's nightmare fuel. The faces she's making, damn. At one point, she was giving Jim the murder eyes, and Toby's like, she's flirting. No, she's giving you the biggest red flags you can ever. Run, my boy, run. Run like you're Charlie and you just got the golden ticket. So, Clarigana ends up taking Jim home. Of course, Jim kind of has to lead the way because Clarigana doesn't know where it is. On the way, she gets hissed at by a cat, and she proceeds to hiss at the cat. Clarigana tries to kill Jim. He manages to escape by hitting her, and he starts hitting her with pillows. And I just love how it stopped the spell for a second. Like, did you just hit me with a pillow? So she opens a portal to, like, I don't know, the back rooms or whatever, and tries to kill him, but the spell is broken on Clarigana when Not Enrique whacks the shit out of her, Rapunzel style. He goes in for the double tap with the Rapunzel's main choice of arms, only for Jim to be like, hey, a little too excessive there. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. This was a nice... Also, while Ducey, whatever the fuck his name is, was doing the delivering the food, Morgana says, "Be gone, servant." And I know this is Morgana's dismissive ways, but, like, later on we learn that, he was the apprentice... Ducey was the apprentice to Merlin in Camelot at the same time Morgana was at Camelot. Now, the likelihood that she remembers him is probably not very high, but I do love to think that she remembers who he is and just as, like, dismisses him as a servant, as her own way to fuck with Duxie without him knowing. But also that would be retroactively, I suppose. Like, maybe they thought of this before while they were creating the show. They thought of Wizards, but, like, I hope not. I hope not, because Wizards, at least the last two installments of this series, kind of watches like they didn't have too much thought. If they'd have just had, like, a little, even a few more days of thought put into it, it might be better. From what I remember, though. Again, I haven't watched Wizards or Rise of the Titans since they came out, so I could be, maybe they'll be better with time. Maybe. But also, and I really don't think her calling him servant would be a reference to the time in Camelot, but it is funny to retroactively think that is that. It's just, Morgana being a bitch. Overall, this was a really fun and enjoyable episode. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.